Today I'm going to talk about class is more important than race. I'm the result of upbringing class, race, gender, social prejudices, and economics. So I'm a victim again. A result. James Hillman. To give an overview, class or social class is a set of subjectivity defined concept in the social sciences and political theory centered on models of social stratification in which people are grouped into a set of hierarchical social categories, the most common being the upper, middle, and lower classes. However, race is a groupings of human based on shared physical or social qualities into categories viewed as inherently distinct by society. So is class more important than race? Both race and classes are correlated, for the reason that both social factors may influence a person's identity, but one should not precede the other. Class and race are both correlated, especially in multicultural nations. For instance, in the United States, those of Caucasian descent are more affluent than blacks and Hispanics, according to the post of I. Abrahamson of debate.org. That people in America are still racist, and there are still significant examples of institutionalized racism in housing, job market, and higher education system. While race ethnicity should not be a deciding factor in an important life decision, it is often taken into consideration. While newer generations are considered more open-minded, and racism is less of a problem than it used to be, but it still exists. Social class is extremely important in how a family behaves and its practices, but race is also important because of the social impact it has on the family. Racism is the belief in the superiority of one race over another, which often results in discrimination and prejudice towards people based on their race or ethnicity. Today, the term use of racism does not easily fall under a single definition. Racial discrimination often coincides with racist mindset whereby individuals and ideologies of one group come to perceive the members of an outgroup as both racially defined and morally inferior. We need to stop racism because we are all human beings. And according to Margaret Atwood, that we all belong to one race, and that race is human race. And we are all members of it. If we are racist, we cannot work well with other people for the fact that you are racist. According to the study of Smedley, in all areas of life, Americans were persuaded that major races, black, Indian, Asian, and white, could not and should not work together or live together, and certainly not as equals. Social issues like discrimination, especially in where you stand in the society. The upper class are the wealthiest, the middle class are the people simply in the middle, and the lower class, or known as the working class, are the people employed for wages, especially in manual labor occupation and industrial work. People tend to discriminate or judge those who have nothing in life because we know for ourselves that we are better off without them. They take advantage of the power that they have against those who are inferior to them. In the article of Michael Arsenyuk in theguardian.com, Bernie Sanders still says class is more important than race. He's long struggled with acknowledging that focusing on class alone won't make the country, America, better for many who are struggling. That the revolution cannot be color-blinded. If it were to truly make the said country better for all the disenfranchised. At his speech on Boston on Sunday, March 1, 2017, he said that going beyond identity politics, declaring the work class of this country is being decimated. That's why Donald Trump won. And what we need now are candidates who stand with those working people who understands that real median family income has gone down. Michael Arsenyuk believes that the real median family has gone down. But for Sanders, like the others parading the pedestrian punditry in the aftermath of the news, to promote the very ideas that sunk him during the primary, according to Michael. In addition, he lost many potential voters of color because we know colorblind economic policies alone will not change certain realities of racism in America. They might make America great again, but only for people who have always had it pretty good. End of quote. In conclusion, most people will probably still go with class over race or vice versa. But for me, we need to value both class and race because it is our identity in this world. In God's eye, there's no superior and inferior. We are all equal to Him. Thank you for listening.